What's up, guys? It's Nate here from Murder Mitten Motorsports. I'm going to talk to you guys about options for tuning your 2020 and newer Toyota Supras. So the first thing you're going to need to do is prep your Supra for tuning. You're going to need to unlock your ECU. I'm assuming pretty much all 2020 and newer ECUs are going to be locked at this point. If you get one that's not locked, it probably hasn't had the brake recall done for 2020 models. And that's a safety concern. You should take your car to Toyota, have them do the brake recall and any other software updates, and then go ahead and send your ECU out to be bench unlocked. This is CES Motorsports. They offer this unlocking service for $400. Titan Motorsports also offers this unlocking service. There's a few other places that will unlock them for you. This isn't such a big deal as long as your ECU is produced before June of 2020. You can tell that by removing the ECU from the car and looking at the sticker on it. Should give you a production date. If you're after June of 2020, this will not work for your ECU. So what you have to do is, there's only one company in the world right now that is unlocking, per se, these ECUs. And what they're doing is they're cloning them. So they're copying the ECU, your locked ECU, onto a pre-June 2020 ECU that you can then plug into your car and is unlocked for tuning. This service is expensive. There's a few places that will do this for you. Visconti Tuning is the one we have here. This is just for the unlocking service or the cloning service. So as you can see, it's quite expensive, $3,300. That does not include any tuning. All tuning software is sold separately. So that's just unlocking it to be able to be tuned. So the place that does this is called Femto. It's in Russia. And anybody that says that they can tune at this point in time, it's January 1st, 2022 when I'm recording this. Anybody that says that they can tune a post-June ECU is sending it to Femto in Russia. So what you do is you pay this, they give you a label to overnight your ECU out of your car to Visconti. Visconti express ships it to Russia. Femto then reads your ECU and clones it onto a new pre-June ECU. The pre-June ECU will be plug and play on your car and is unlocked so that you can tune it. This is super expensive unless you're getting mod crazy, or if you just got the cash to burn. I would never pay, $5,000 to tune a car that's just basic bolt-ons, or a stock car with a performance tune. It's just too much money, and I'm not complaining. I understand why. You're getting a new ECU, you're paying for overseas shipping, you're paying the premium for the fact that only one place in the world can do it, but I will not be paying this. My car is a post-June locked ECU, and I just will not pay that much money to tune it. If your post-June ECU, there are a few options you have other than this. I did find this, Mission Performance or missiontuning.com. I've seen them post on forums a little bit about this, and they have this posted on their site. 2021 vehicle with post-June ECUs. Support is in private beta testing. Once properly tested and finalized, flashing solution will be available to the general public. Stay tuned. I don't know if this is bullshit. I don't know if this didn't work out, but this has been on this website, and their forum posts have been out for a few months now with no real updates. So it either didn't work out, or they're still working on it and just are not good at updating the public. But it'd be nice to hear an update from these guys, whether it didn't work out or whether they're close, or maybe an estimated release date or something. Estimated pricing even. They don't have this. This is pretty much all the information you're going to find on it is this. So that's super frustrating, but maybe there will be a solution from them. Another post-June option that I found was Arcade Tunes. He offers the service. I believe he still sends it to Femto. He does say that he sends it out 10 to 14 business days. So I believe he's sending it to the same place as Visconti was. But this is not an unlocked ECU. This is a flash tune. This is his flash tune flashed onto your ECU. So you get one ECU back. It's flash tuned with his flash. It's not unlocked. Nobody else can tune it, just Arcade Tunes. And he does say that this is a one-time unlock. It will not be tunable from the OBD2 port by other tuners. We can revise the tune via the OBD2 port. So if he flashes his tune and it's too aggressive for the octane that you have, or he wants to make some adjustments after you data log it for him or whatever, he will do that. But you get one map, so you can't switch back and forth between an ethanol mixed map like E30 and a pump gas map. You just can't do it. You're stuck with whatever map you choose, and that is the map that you have to run on your car. So it's fairly expensive, being that you can't switch between maps. But if you were only going to run 93 octane and you were basically a bolt-on car, this is a much better price to swallow than this, plus a tuning service. And there's a boot mode tuning with some off-the-shelf maps for $600. So $4,000 versus $1,800 if you're only going to run pump gas, and you're never going to continue modifying your car past the basic bolt-on stage. That's a little bit better price for you. Again, not the best option because you can't adjust it afterwards, other than making a few revisions as far as he can fix throttle closure issues and stuff like that. But he cannot completely change the map for a new turbo or anything without having to send it in again. So I don't know about that option. So now we'll get into some of the more popular tuning companies. After you've been unlocked, you can choose one of these companies for the most popular options for tuning. The first one is a piggyback tuner. There are a few out there, but the JB4 by Burger Motorsports seems to be the most popular, and it seems to be the only one that you can do good data logging with, that you can make good, a lot of adjustments with. If you don't like the tune, or if whoever's working with you doesn't like the tune, they can dial back some boost or add some timing or pull some timing or whatever, make some adjustments for you. The Titan Motorsports has a piggyback. I don't think you can data log with that. I think you just slap it on, set it to whatever setting they recommend, and pray that it works properly. But with this, you do not need to unlock your ECU, so you don't need to perform this bench unlock. You don't need to send your ECU to be unlocked. If you're post-June, you don't need to pay that price. You can this is a piggyback tuner. It's a box that plugs into a few of the sensors on the car and the OBD port, and you can tune your car using this box, and then you can unplug the box, plug everything back into the factory positions, and your car is back to stock. It does have a mobile app and a Bluetooth adapter. It's about $700 with with all the goodies that you can get with it. You can data log right off your cell phone. You can have boost gauges or any kind of gauges you want as you're normally driving right on your cell phone display. You can switch between maps on your cell phone display. You can adjust maps on your cell phone. So it's very, very user friendly. I think these get a pretty bad rap for, people say they blow their cars up and stuff. Oh, JB4, you're just going to blow your car up. Piggyback, so you're just going to blow your car up. With any of these tuning solutions, piggyback or flash tune, you need to data log your car. Whatever map you choose to run, you need to data log it. You need to data log it a few times you need to send those data logs to somebody that knows what they're doing to look at, to make sure that you're not pulling timing and you're not doing anything to your, or that the tuner's not doing anything to your car that's going to cause damage. I think a lot of the problem with the Supras and the JB4 is people stick it on, Google for 5 seconds, somebody says, yeah, I run map 3 on 91 octane, so they fill up with 91 octane, stick it on map 3, which is a pretty aggressive map, and just run it without data logging or checking or anything, or maybe they data log it one time and get a good run with the cooler weather, and then when it, when the weather warms up, they run into knock and stuff like that. So whatever map you choose to run, you need to data log it. You need to go to n55tech.com and you need to post your data logs there. The guys from Burger Motorsports are on that forum. They will analyze your data logs and give you suggestions or tell you, yeah, you're good, it looks great. You also have the option of getting a custom map from Jesse DeBears, or I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but you can find him on Facebook. It's a few $100s. He'll make you a completely custom map for whatever fueling you're planning on using, and get you what you want out of this piggyback tuner, a little bit more dialed in than just the basic 6 maps that it comes with. So that is the only tuning option that doesn't require any type of unlocking. Now, once you've unlocked your ECU for tuning, so either you've sent it to Visconti for this, or you had a pre-June ECU and you've done the bench unlock, there's boot mode, MHD, and Ecutek are the 3 most popular flash tuning places. RK Tunes also does some flash tuning, but I think he uses either MHD or Ecutek. I'm not sure. I think he uses one of these softwares as well. This is boot mode's, basically all-inclusive package for the license, the software, and it gives you all their off-the-shelf maps, so you can do stage 1, stage 2, and even some ethanol mix maps, E30. They give you some dyno charts somewhere on here. Kind of shows you, what you can expect from their off-the-shelf maps, and you can also get custom maps with this flash tuning. Now, with these flash tuning, these 3 flash tuning softwares, there's more adjustability. You can shut off the check engine light if you have a catless downpipe, which is nice. Anti-lag. I think all 3 of these tuning softwares also have you can flash or make adjustments in data log right from your cell phone, so that's really nice, just like the JB4, but the data logging on these actual flash tunes is going to be a bit better, as far as more accurate and more data points to look at for the tuner. It gives you a few little extra goodies and stuff. You can adjust the burbles, how many pops and bangs you get out of your exhaust when you downshift or when you let off the gas. Can tell you, you can adjust your startup roar, which is, if you ever hear one of these cars start at a gas station or something, it's already warmed up, and then they get back in it, start it, and take off. It actually does a little rev, like a performance sounding exhaust rev when you start it. Vroom! You can adjust the pops and stuff when it does that. You can shut that off so it doesn't, some people think it's kind of ricer-ish for it to rev up like that. So you can adjust all that. You can adjust the exhaust flaps on your stock exhaust, or if you have a aftermarket exhaust that has the valve inside of it, you can adjust it so that maybe every time you hit sport mode, the flap automatically opens, or when you start it, or the flap is just always automatically open, etc. So you just get a little bit more adjustability with these boot mode MHD is basically the same thing. It's a different software, but it gives you the same adjustments and stuff like that. There's nothing crazily different with it, other than I've heard that MHD is a little bit faster when flashing and data logging, and the interface is a little bit better to use. As far as quicker, it flashes within a few seconds, whereas boot mode might take 5 minutes to change maps. This is just a few seconds, and it's changed the map. This is a little bit cheaper than the boot mode, right? Yeah, so boot mode's $600, and MHD is $521, so it's a little bit cheaper. Again, you can get custom maps with both of these. You can get custom maps with MHD with a few tuners that will use MHD and create a custom map for your car. And all these flash maps, boot mode, MHD, and Ecutek, you can go a little bit further than just stock turbo bolt-ons. You can do like upgraded turbos. You can go all the way, port injection, meth injection, all kinds of crazy stuff. These softwares are going to handle that a lot better than just the piggyback style tuners. So Ecutek is probably the most popular. I'm not sure what it does better over boot mode and MHD, but everybody seems to like Ecutek better. I know that most of the reputable tuners choose to tune via Ecutek. Ecutek is more expensive. It's going to be, I think it's $1,000 for like the OBD plug and the license, but it's going to be, you're going to have a lot more options with reputable tuners for custom tunes. So if you were going to build take your Supra and slap on a great big AMS turbo kit and port injection and try to run E85, straight E85, and you had a custom intake and meth injection and all this other kinds of stuff that you can put on these cars, Ecutek's probably going to be your best option. It's going to be the most expensive. I don't believe Ecutek has like off-the-shelf type maps. No, self-adjusting flex fuel. I don't believe the other two can do that, but again, you can adjust stuff from your cell phone with this pretty easily. And most of the more reputable tuners will try to steer you towards Ecutek if you're going to get a custom tune for your car. So that's all I have to say about that. I have a post-June 21 Supra. I'm going to probably end up going with a JB4 on my car, just because unless Mission Performance or somebody comes out with something that's a little bit easier to swallow, like if I could just do a $400 unlock and then purchase MHD for $500, that I would do that over the JB4. It's a little bit more money, but I would choose that. But right now, with the current options that are out, I think the JB4 is going to give me the most adjustability and be able to switch between E30 and just straight pump gas and stuff like that. So I'm thinking probably going to end up going with JB4 unless something comes out by within the next 2 or 3 months. So thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you later.